hello, and welcome. I am Lavella. We are continuing our single player Let's Play. This is Minecraft, it's Java, and it's 1.16.1. First, I owe you an apology. I did quite a bit of stuff. I recorded 2 episodes, and then I realized I just thought I did. So, there's a little bit of content missing. I'll show you what it is as soon as we get back to that area. I was watching Hermitcraft, catching up on my Hermitcraft videos, because they have like a bazillion YouTubers, and I try to watch all of them. I can't always watch all of them, but I try. And so I thought, well, I'll just do some mining. We need some more diamonds, because I burned up that diamond pick, and well, so here we are. I did not want to do this off camera. Let's see what we got. Oh, good. I didn't do that very well, did I? We can get rid of the granite. Let's get rid of the spider eye. Get rid of some cobble. Get rid of some more cobble. I got a name tag. Got rails. I kind of want those rails too. Really don't need the pumpkin seeds anymore. Okay, well, I meant to open the chest instead of just breaking it, but it is what it is. Okay. Grab an iron. I need to find my way out of here. I didn't bring my compass because I thought, well, I don't need my compass because I'm just going to be like strip mining. So I didn't bring it. And then I was like, oh, look, there's stuff over here. And so I went over here to light it up real quick, grab a little iron. And the next thing you know, I'm going this away and I'm going that away. So yeah, I'd rather have the cobble than the, yeah. And I don't need the seeds. We have plenty of pumpkin. So yeah, I didn't bring my compass to find my way home because I didn't plan on venturing. I planned on just going in a straight line up and down, digging for diamond and clearing out an area. And yeah, I got distracted. I didn't even plan on recording anything today because when I start making videos, I tend to get lost in it. And I really have things I need to take care of in the real world. So that's a thing. I don't really think I want to sit here long enough for all of this to smelt. Okay, well, we'll let that smelt, I guess. Oh, mercy sakes. I just want to find my way home. So we're just going to start digging up. I'd like to get home with these diamonds. I think we still have 2 at home that should put us at 14. But even if we don't, then 12 is... That's enough for me to make a pick and an enchantment table and such and such. I still need to get some obsidian for that, though. And I don't know if we have any books made. I have to do that too. I have been farming the crops a little bit. What else am I going to get rid of here? I guess more cobble. Yeah, we'll just leave that in there. Okay. So we are at 20. Oh, good Lord. This is going to be a long staircase. And, you know, since we're here, normally I would be tempted to just go ahead and explore the mine shaft. But considering my inventory is already maxed out, not really an option at this time. So, we're going to dig our way out of here. and hopefully we're somewhere relatively close to home. But at least we know we're going the right direction because that's where our compass is pointing. Again, that is the advantage to having your base at world spawn. Okay, well, we need, I'm not throwing away iron. Get rid of more cobble. And even though it's just cobble, I really hate to leave it behind. Oh, good. Zombies. I would say I haven't died on this trip, but I don't want to jinx myself, so I'm not going to say it. Initially, I was just digging out an area, you know, just like I said, I was just mining while I was watching the videos. I do that a lot. And I thought, well, you know, let's see if we can find some diamonds. And then, of course, I burned up my diamond pick, so I started mining for iron to make up for the picks I was using up. And one thing led to another. But as far as the stuff I did off camera, I started working on a build for the crops. It's nothing fancy. It's extremely basic. And this is killing me, leaving all this iron behind. But I want to get up top. I can always come back for this. But yeah, whenever if you don't make videos, I use OBS. It's free. And that's what I use to record. And when it records an episode, it records it with a label of test video, OBS test video. And the other day, I was on such a roll, I was just wanting to play, and I was off work, and so I was just playing back to back, one episode after the other. Well, usually after I record a video, I go in and I change the name, and that way it gets put in order and I can see what episode I'm on and things like that. Well, I went in and I had like 15 test videos. Okay. Anyway, so I was going in and I hadn't named them. I try to name them as I go so I don't have to rewatch them before uploading, so that you kind of have some indication as to what they're in reference to. And as you can see by now, there's like 9 episodes just making the starter house. The last episode we were working on the landscaping, putting in the flowers and stuff, the ones that got recorded. And after that, I started working on the crops, and I was just, I got all 15 test videos renamed and in order, and I was like, wait a minute, where's this video and that video? Yeah. So I thought I hit the button, but apparently I didn't. So that's 2 videos missing. And even though I'm not going to do everything on camera, because like I said, you really don't need to see me strip mining. Caving, yeah, I don't want, I want to record the caving, and I want to record like exploring mine shafts and things like that. But, and every time I come up on this, I like it more. It's still not super fancy. It's still not, I wouldn't call it a master build, but I really like how it's turned out, especially considering it's made out of oak and stone. I think I did all right. Okay, let's get this stuff going, and we'll throw the gold in here. Oh, there's more iron. Okay, let me clean out my inventory real quick. Crafted. Okay, mob drops are back here. Oh. Oh. Yeah, normally I would have thrown away the dirt, but we're actually pretty low on dirt. I'm gonna have to block that again. I'm gonna have to find another chest for ores. Because I'm running out of spice. Site. Oh yeah. Nope. So even though I have 3 chests designated for cobble, since this is full, right now I've just been whatever extra cobble I come back with, I throw it in the smelter so we can start building up some stone. Okay, we can put this here and add that to our compass pile. Okay, I gathered some resources. Did some wood chopping and made some things. Let's go ahead and grab that oak out of here too. We may need it, we may not. We shall see. Get that put up. Let's go ahead and get that put up. I know this is tedious, like housework, but if I do a little bit here and there, then that's less I have to do later. Okay, so what I did. Oh, I'm standing in the berry bushes, and that actually made my heart jump. Scared me to death. Okay. As you can see, we have oak logs spanning above here. I took a lot of oak. A lot of oak. I did a lot of chopping. Because the row where the crops are planted, that's 64 blocks just for that. So you need at least a stack plus the extras at the end. I believe there's 2 extra, 1, 2, 3 on each end. So that's another 6 per row. So I'll let you do the math on that. It's a lot of logs. So what we're gonna do next, and I explained all this in the video that did not get recorded. What we're gonna do next is, first of all, we're going to do an experiment. I'll cut that off and hang on to that. I can't remember what it was, but I had some kind of a ceiling over an area, and I had planted something, and it like grew up through the block I had, and I can't remember if that was like on a multiplayer world, like on a server that had like plugins and stuff. I can't remember. I just know it happened. So what we're going to do is we're going to test and see if that's going to be an issue here. Because if it is, then the bamboo is going to have to go somewhere else. I don't want it breaking my trapdoors. Yeah, we'll go ahead and finish this row. And then we'll plant it. Okay. Why is that one there? Okay, let's plant this. Let's plant it right here. Just to see. I don't think it goes there, but we're going to plant it there just to see if it's going to break that trap door or if it'll stop. And we're just going to leave that alone for the moment. And we will place some more after we sleep. Yeah, every time I see this, I keep having flashbacks to when it was just a oak box sitting on top of a gray box, and I look at it and I go, yeah, we did all right. And I don't mean to keep patting myself on the back. It's just one of those things where I was really tempted to tear it down, and I was like, no, let's get some more stuff done. Let's see what the detailing will do. Before I just totally give up on it. I wanted to give it a chance, and now I'm really glad I did. We're going to go ahead and go. Did that? Yeah, I did. We're going to go through this door because it's a little closer. Hopefully, I can stay out of the bushes this time. I have to get a drink. Hang on a second. That's all right. Oh, I went to Burger King for lunch, and normally that wouldn't really make me thirsty, but of course I got fries, and they were fresh, and I used salt on my fries, and salt makes me thirsty. I'm drinking unsweet iced tea, so that it doesn't, because like when you're really thirsty, and I don't mean just craving a Coke, I mean like you're really thirsty and you don't want water, you want something, but you don't want to drink something sugary because then it's just going to make you more thirsty. Well, unsweet tea actually quenches my thirst, and even though I'm not actively trying to lose weight, I am trying to cut back on certain things. I mean, if I were actively trying to lose weight, I wouldn't be eating hamburgers and french fries for lunch all the time. So, you know. But I, for about, okay, you have to go. For about 4 or 5 months, I quit drinking carbonated drinks. And I don't just mean Cokes, I mean anything with carbonation in it. No sparkly water, no anything carbonated. Not diet, not regular, not anything. And I went to sweet tea. I live in Oklahoma. Sweet tea is a thing, iced sweet tea. And the way I like it, it's a lot of people call it Georgia sweet. It's like almost, it's as sweet as Kool-Aid. It's very, very sugary. And that's what I grew up on. Now, when I got married to my son's father, they typically drank iced unsweet tea. And I really hadn't tried it. I mean, I got married really young. I was 18 when I got married, but I was probably I guess I was 17 by the time I met his family and was involved in like going over there for dinners and things like that. But anyway, so I was probably 17 before I actually remember having unsweet iced tea, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Well, my husband at the time, he had grown up on the unsweet tea, and I had made the sweet tea, and he was hooked. So we basically traded tea. I would make the sweet tea for him and unsweet tea for me. Even though I grew up on the other one and he grew up on the other one, we basically switched because we both like the other. So anyway, I quit drinking Cokes and quit drinking carbonated anything, and I went to sweet tea for about a month, I guess. And now I'm pretty much, once in a while I will have a Coke or a Dr. Pepper or something, because where I work, they don't really stock the vending machines very well, and the Powerade hasn't been restocked, and the Dasani hasn't been restocked, and so yeah, every once in a while, because it's over a 12-hour shift, and every once in a while I need something to drink before my shift is over. So I just go with what's available. Sometimes I do the tap water thing, but I do enough of that at home. So anyway, long story short, I went from years of drinking Coke nonstop from dark to dawn, all day, every day, drinking Cokes, to no carbonated drinks, to sweet tea and water. Of course, I did drink a lot of water even when I was drinking the Cokes, but if I wasn't drinking water, I was drinking Coke, and it was too much Coke, not enough water. Anyway, so then I went to the sweet tea. Now I'm with unsweet tea. So my primary drinks right now are, actually I drink more water than tea, but I'm drinking a lot of unsweet tea right now. And I'm not real sure I'm going to give up the tea because the caffeine I like. I am going to be looking at some other kinds of tea though. I like hot tea too. And I like it with milk, and I like it with sugar, and I like it plain, and I like it just with milk or just with sugar. The hot tea, in my opinion, you really can't go wrong. And that was something I learned. This makes me sound terrible. I learned that from my second husband. I'm 53, okay? I've been married twice. But anyway, he was from Australia. He was born and raised in Australia. And his parents were born and raised in Hong Kong. And I don't know what the politically correct term for that is. I would assume if you're following the same logic that we follow in the United States, I guess he would be considered Asian Australian. Is that right? I don't know. Anyway, he drank hot tea. And then I got engaged to someone from England after things didn't work out with him. And they also drank hot tea. But when my second husband came here from Australia, he got me hooked on the hot tea. I had had hot tea before. It's not like it was brand new to me. But it just wasn't a go-to thing for me. It's not something I kept on hand or, gave much thought to. It's like if somebody offered me hot tea once in a while, I'm like, ooh, that does sound good. Kind of like coffee. I love coffee, but I'm not one of those people who has to have coffee in the morning, and I don't do those energy shots that are like 8 cups of coffee in one swig, or I don't do all that. But anyway, when he and I had first started talking, I was like, hot tea, yeah, that's good. And of course, he thought the idea of iced tea was ridiculous. And he did drink it once in a while, but he still preferred his hot tea. But he got me to try um, tea with milk in it. And when we had talked before, I was like, that sounds just gross. I can't even imagine. You know, it's actually pretty good. So, you might want to give something a try once in a while before you just poo poo it because it just sounds weird. And I say that, but there are certain things that I do not intend to try ever because my brain is not going to allow it. It's just a hard bag of nope. I'm not going to try eel. I'm not going to try squid. There are just certain things I'm just not. I have no desire to try oysters. Caviar is good. I know it's fish eggs. Still good. But then again, I know that hot dogs are made out of bits and pieces. And bologna is made out of bits and pieces. I still like it. Still like it. But I am glad I tried different things because it gives me more options, more variety to choose from, and I like that. And I just realized I meant to be putting these up here so that I would have the inset from down there, but that's okay. I'm not going to redo it. Not going to redo it. It's not that big of a deal. I'm still going to get the overall effect that I want. But if you do try this build for yourself, I would highly recommend, instead of putting the trapdoors down here, put them up here. Because when you're underneath, you have this little indention, and it just adds a tiny bit of detail to improve an otherwise flat build. But I've already done over half of this. We're just going to have a flat build. I'm not going back. See, I mean, it still looks alright. It's not horrible. But had I put them up there, it would be a little bit better. So, if you try this, I suggest putting them up to the upper part. I'm going to go ahead and sleep real quick. Bitty bye, bitty bye. Yeah, I need to put a string here or something because I kept coming through from the inside out and something kept breaking. And I'm like, what could possibly be breaking? There's no grass there. I'm not breaking the grass. And then I came in from the outside one time and I saw the vine there. And I was like, oh, that's what I'm breaking. So I need to put a piece of string right in front of that door. But I haven't done it yet because when we put our pathways in, I may actually use some path blocks, and if I do, then that may take care of it, so we'll see. Anyway, I will finish the trapdoors off camera, and then we can continue with our little farm build and see. Hopefully we'll get it wrapped up in the next episode, because I would like to be finished with it. There's other things I would like to move on to. I want to get the animals situated, and I'm going to have to do some research because I heard someone say something about entity cramming. Now you don't get the drops. It has to be a player kill. I don't know if that works with the cows and the chickens. I think they should still work with entity cramming, but I don't know. I'm going to have to do some. There's been a couple of updates since the last time I tried to use that stuff. So I'm going to have to play around with it and see if it's even going to work. And if not, then I'll have to figure something else out. But I would like to get this structure for the farm done pretty soon. Get the farm lined out and get the tree farm lined out so that we can move on to the animals. Because and we still need to do the interior of the house. We may be doing that sooner than I thought too, because I'm tired of looking at these walls. Anyway, we still have a lot to do just for this starter base, so that we can be established here, and then we can start venturing out across the map and maybe doing some other builds elsewhere, or, something. Anyway, thank you very much for taking your time out of your day and sharing it with me. I really do appreciate it. We will see you later.